Now Gordon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Gates with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Manning now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Manning to throw on second down. Over the middle to Beckham. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up second down. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. From the gun, it's Manning. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And Barnidge has it on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gary Barnidge, a Pro Bowler at the age of 30. What do you have, a 1,000-yard season that year, 2014?
Yep.
Got let go by Cleveland recently after the draft. David Njoku drafted out of Miami really to take his place.
And his production last year, it wasn't awful by any means, but it had dipped down to around the 600-yard mark.
Man, Gary Barnidge, one of the nicest guys in the league. He had just sent out a message on social media welcoming David Njoku to Cleveland, and the Browns let him go the next day.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On fourth down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal try. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So 2nd and 10 here. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's got room. And it's a first down and more for Gordon. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school. And one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Play fake, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Devon Kennard with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. Now Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And now running right through it. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Chris Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Rivers now sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. Beckham, the return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brad Wing now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Rivers now from the 50. It's Williams on the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Past the 20. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is indeed good. And that will knot us up at 10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Manning. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Manning throwing on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Working from the gun, Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Play action, Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They are in the second quarter down in Miami, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing on first down is Manning. It's caught by OBJ. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On the ground, this is Johnson. And some room to roam now. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go to Johnson again. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Manning on the bootleg. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I'm pretty sure the Giants saw big success for Sterling Shepard coming out of Oklahoma. They could see him in their offense working in the middle of the field and making big catches.
Second only to Michael Thomas last year among rookies in receptions. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Rivers now to throw on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time. A first down carry here for Johnson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake. Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Allen has it, left side. He's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 47 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Giants ready to come out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
And there goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return will stop right around the 25. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That good for 19 and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, the